Hello, my name is Shae, and I'm doing an engineering project. I'm building a prosthetic leg. Define the problem. A prosthetic leg is hard to get because it's around $5,000 or more to $50,000. This is the background research. I don't weigh that much.
I know, but that's okay. You're only in 4th grade.
Yeah.
Well, where do we start? Well, basically the way we start things is we start out in this room in here, okay? And this room is basically where we evaluate the patient that comes in after they've lost their limb and it was lost their limb to amputation.
According to the AmputeeCoalition.org website, there are nearly 2 million people living with limb loss in the United States.
Oh my God.
Among those living with limb loss, the main causes are heart disease, including diabetes, 54%, trauma like car accidents or farming, 45%, and cancer, 1%. About 185,000 amputations occur in the United States each year.
Oh my God.
In 2009, hospital costs associated with amputation totaled more than $8.3 billion.
Once the insurance carrier gives us authorization, then we start the process and we bring them right back to this room again, or one of these rooms here, and then we take a cast of their limb.
Dunking it in water, it will actually set off a chemical reaction that will harden the material after about 5 minutes.
And how did you kind of make it, like the inside and the outside?
Well, what we do with that is we take that in the back and again we fill it with plaster, which is a white powdery stuff. I'll show you that later. Take that mold and we modify it so that that patient or that person can bear weight, okay?
If they didn't, it would just kind of fall or break apart.
Well, yes, sort of. Yes, if it's not fitting perfectly, then the parts that we give them, like the feet and the knees and the ankles and stuff, they're not going to work properly. And then the first time they come back in, we make one of these plastic sockets like this, okay?
Yeah,
and
that's
then
plastic already.
that's plastic. But what we do is we put this plastic inside a carbon frame. This is carbon graphite. And we make all of it. We make all of this here except for the feet. We got a lot of information here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a ton to
It's a ton to
summarize.
to summarize this. This screw here allows us to turn their toe out. Not everybody walks straight ahead. Some people walk like this. So we try as much as we can to match the other side up to a certain point. We roll these onto their prosthetic limb, and then in the bottom they have this, okay? We give them these socks. They pull the sock over their limb, depending on, we teach them how to tell how they're fitting that day. They step in the leg and they go. And it holds on in suction, so that leg isn't going to come off, because it holds on to their limb just like the Chinese finger trap.
Here are the requirements. What you need is, if you're doing under the knee, which is like right here. It's kind of like this area, just enough where it can hold. This certain leg is not the normal legs. It's like for running. The stump of the leg, which is right down here, it has to be a roundish, so it could fit the leg in it. If it couldn't fit the leg in it, then like they'll walk and it'll hurt their leg, or it'll fall off and they'll have all those problems. When I was there, I saw lots of plastic.
We got a lot of plastic, okay?
They need lightweight, and they need it to be strong enough so it doesn't melt or break when they're using it. So they have to find a perfect plastic for it, and they'll have to melt it. So they get these big machines that just have fire in it. They put it in, and they'll melt it. So they just make it hard enough so they can sculpt it, so it can fit that man or woman leg in it. These are my brainstorm solutions. Start drawing a little bit for it. I started off of doing cardboard, but it didn't end out so well. This was my first try. This is my best solution. So I got metal and I bent it. My dad helped me out with this and made it like this shape, so it could spring when you're running. It goes down and you can spring, so you don't go like, so you can't really move that well. It's not for this. It's like that kind of jumper thing. And then my mom let me borrow a bucket, which we kind of tried to shape so it could fit your leg in it. Thank you to the helpers that are my mom, Andrea, and RBG Prosthetic Research Center, San Diego.
Okay.
Let's start over.
Okay. Cut. That's a wrap.
Yeah!